Really? Good morning everybody, my name is Lou, I'm from Swell Youth and Vibe Community Charity, and I am surrounded by chickens today. And this is our new way of taking your assemblies. Are you someone who likes change, hates change, or a little bit like me, you're somewhere in between? You like changes, but only when you're the one who's in control of making them. Coming into secondary school is a massive change. The thing about changes is when we feel like we have a certain amount of control over what is going on, we actually are okay. We feel like we can cope with that change. But when we feel like we're out of control, it can make us feel like a little bit wobbly, like jelly. But sometimes I get that wobbly thing, not because I'm scared, but because I'm excited. Like when you wait to get onto a roller coaster, that wobbly feeling of, oh, actually, something new's happening. And maybe some of the feelings that you feel about these first few weeks at secondary school, that wobbly feeling, are about the changes, but not because they're bad, but because it's an exciting opportunity to start something new. So one of the biggest changes that happened for me when I went to secondary school was that my primary school was a 10-minute walk from my house, if that. My secondary school was 30 to 40 minutes and it started earlier, which meant that I had to get up earlier, and I don't do mornings well still. And I'll be honest, when it all started, I think I was a little bit wobbly, and definitely affected my emotions, and it affected my relationship with my mum. We had so many arguments in the first few weeks because I just couldn't get my head round getting up and getting ready. I'd be running around the house, trying to pack my bag, trying to brush my hair and trying to leave all at the same time. And it was just a bit of a mess. And when we feel wobbly, we try and cope because we want to not feel so wobbly. We want to feel like everything is chill. And so sometimes when we do that, we might try and grab hold of things to keep us still. Now imagine, and this will take your imagination because as far as I know this doesn't exist, but it would be awesome if it did. Imagine that I had a super-sized amount of jelly. Kind of be cool, but also I think after a while it would be kind of frustrating. Or I wonder if over lockdown you watched Floor is Lava. Oh my gosh, I absolutely loved it. I loved how they had to jump onto all those different items and kind of work out whether it was going to balance them, and then use their mind to try and be creative about how they got through the room and how they got through as a team as well. And I also loved the bits where they had to make a decision to like just let someone fall into the lava. Amazing. I wonder if you'd actually play that game. You see, I think I would if it wasn't on TV. And I would totally let other people fall in if it meant I was going to be safe. Okay, so I totally just got carried away. Back to that super-sized amount of jelly that I've asked you to stand on. You know, no matter how much we enjoy the wobble, we will always want to eventually make ourselves feel steady. And maybe we'll do that by trying to grab onto something and steady ourselves, or maybe we will just run and get off of this thing, or perhaps we will jump so hard to try and break a hole so that we can get to the floor, which is safe. We will always try to steady ourselves. So when it feels a little bit wobbly, what can we do that is positive and still keeps us calm? I'm going to give you 4 ways. Create a plan. Create a plan that prepares for that change. Now, for me, what that had to be was a plan that helped me get up in the mornings. So I decided to do one thing, and that was pack my bag the night before school. That one change that I made the big change so much easier. And you know what? It took 5 minutes. The second thing that you might need to do when you feel wobbly is actually ask for help. Like, I love it in Floor and Lava because they shout at each other and they try and give directions and they try and help each other out. And it might be that you as a class or you as a year group need to help each other out sometimes, because some of you will find some things easier than others. to get up, I needed help from my mum. The next thing you can do is learn. I actually had to pause for a moment and just look at what wasn't working for me when I got up in the morning. I had to learn this new routine. It was such a small change, that changing for my bag packing. Like one small change, 5 minutes of my life changing. That made such a difference to my day and to my relationship with my mum, and, if I'm honest, to the state my hair was in when I left the house. And then we move forward and we move into this new way of being, and we realise that the change that seems so big is actually manageable and we can actually get through because we've got a plan, we've got the right people around us, we're learning to grow, and so we can step forward confidently. Even if we're still on the jelly and it's wobbling, we can step forward confidently. And you know, sometimes we're gonna face palm the ground. Sometimes it's just gonna go wrong. And I can tell you there were times where I got to school and it wasn't good. But there were also times, many times, where I got to school and things were good. Changes happen, but they don't have to throw us off course. And some people will adapt really quickly, and some of us will take time and make small changes and small steps. But if we follow this pattern of calm, creating a new plan, asking for help, learning new ways and moving forward, we will walk confidently into this next season of our life. Hey, it's been great to talk to you. Bye! Good morning everyone, and welcome to, from Swell Youth and